20 migrant returnees are focused on the production of personal protective equipment (PPIs) for frontline health workers and immigration officials at border posts. With support from the International Organization for Migration, the young Gambians plan to create up to 2,000 protective suits and shoes coverings. Their sample, according to IMO, has been approved by the Gambia Standard Bureau after verification of the technique and specification for production of the equipment. The 20 participants, most of whom were stranded in Libya and Niger, were previously trained in tailoring, after which they received sewing equipment as part of under the EU-IOM joint initiative. Finally, we head to Zimbabwe because Zimbabwean authorities are taking advantage of the COVID-19 lockdown to renovate football stadia before mid of June. All sport-related activities are suspended as part of measures to contain the spread of the coronavirus disease. According to officials, some of the major works may not complete on time. Details of that in this report.
Authorities were racing against time to renovate football stadiums to CAF standards before June 15th so that the national team would not have to play on foreign soil. While COVID-19 has deferred Continental and World Cup qualifiers indefinitely, it's also ground upgrades to a halt.
There are caretakers there right now who are doing just the minimum maintenance. But in terms of the grant works that we had planned, we are not able to meet the deadlines.
But critics say the pandemic is helping cover up poor preparations.
I see a window of opportunity for excuses that just presented itself, for people that were not so sincere about what they wanted to do about this whole renovation of stadiums. I would have thought that, during this corona, they could have actually speeded it up because essential services are working. People are working in essential services because these stadiums are not for CAF. We're acting as if we are building these stadiums for CAF. We're not building these stadiums for CAF, we're building these stadiums for ourselves.
When things eventually get back to normal, it may be difficult to resume the construction works whose budgets are likely to have gone up. With everything at a standstill, authorities are counting the immediate costs. It doesn't look like there'll be any football action taking place here anytime soon. Now that's a loss to fans who live for the thrill of live football. But it's an even bigger financial loss to the venue proprietor and other stakeholders.
During a match day, there are a lot of people that are employed. The ball boys, the vendors, the cashiers, the policemen whom we hire, the referees, the match officials. So there's lots of employment. A lot of people are not getting what they should be getting in terms of maybe salaries or remuneration. Yeah.
That's why everyone who loves the beautiful game here can't wait for its return. Until then, and despite warnings to stay at home, some have resorted to playing themselves in the shadows of the terraces from where they normally watch.